now. Renegade rows. Shoulder press. Reverse core burpee. Yeah! Yes, this is the special one right here. Yeah! Yes! The what's left principle. Standing roll out. This is what I got left in me. I'll go ahead and take a look what's going on. Biceps. Coach Blue squats. Standing roll out. What's happening? My name is Albert. Welcome to another workout with this 61-year-old. And so welcome to two videos in one, where video number one is going to be me doing power burpees in real time. That's video number one. And then video number two will be me discussing the most amazing message that I ever got from Dorian Yates, man. It's freaking incredible. And so all you have to do is you go to the chapters if you just want to check out these amazing power burpees, or if you want to tune in to what I got from Dorian Yates, then just go to the chapters and tune into that, because I think it's the most valuable information that I ever come across. And so I'm going to get straight to it by saying that I admire Dorian Yates so much for his experience. He's real. He's not all according to science. He talks about his practical experiences. And one of his workout methods was what's left, to make sure that you work on whatever is left in you. And so an example of that is, typically we work out according to a number. And so if you go to 15, usually they put it down. Okay, so I did 15 and I put it down. And Dorian Yates says, wait a minute, you got so much more left in you, and you're gonna hang it up right there? And so the idea is, okay, if you're doing bicep curls, right, and you do 15, let's say, I don't count, by the way, thanks to Dorian Yates. So you do 15, and okay, you feel it, but you still got so much more on the eccentrics. And so, okay, so what you do is that you work it out to have weights brought to you, and you let it freaking just crank down. And you continue and have it crank down, and continue and have it crank down until you burn out the muscle, and then the muscle is finished. And so you're pretty much in completion with the workout, which I've been carrying. I've been doing this Dorian Yates principle through all my workouts, which means for me to think, okay, what's left of me? Okay, a drop set. Okay, what else can I do within the drop set? Or if I just have just one pair of dumbbells, or how can I maximize it to that I go all out and crank it out? And so cranking it out means that I am going to freaking give it my all. And I am a byproduct of what Dorian Yates talks about, because he says anybody works out with me, they're done in 20 minutes. They're going to be gagging in 20 minutes, and that's what I do. A lot of my workouts, my indicator to stop is when I because what I do is that I really go all out. So now, this burpee right here is this power burpee, this super burpee, this burpee inside the burpee. I'm getting all inside, and what I'm doing is that I am freaking supersizing the burpee until the point where the burpee itself is being freaking maximized and amplified with a whole bunch of exercises within it. And so rather than me discuss it, I'm going to get straight to this portion, because I've done burpee sessions before, but I am freaking working up the ladder. I'm intensifying it. I'm adding more. But the best way to do this is by me just getting into the exercise and then talking about it afterwards. So let's get to it. All right, I'm going to shout it out, baby, so I can get clear, bro. What's going on here? We're going to start with the renegade rows. So, yeah, come on now. Renegade rows. press. Reverse core burpee. Yeah. Yes, this is the special one right here. Yeah. Yes. Good up. Coach Blue squats. Standing rollout. Shoulder press. Renegade rolls. Shoulder press. Reverse core burpee. Yeah, specialty. Yeah. Specialty. Yeah. Shoulder press. Coach Blue. Standing roll out. Shoulder press. Let me stop right there. So look at me already. I already generated a sweat. You can see within my breathing. And so what the Dorian Yates principle taught me was to not particularly stop at a fixed number. So what I've done is that I don't count at all, because counting means that I'm going to be subject to a number. And since I don't know my strength from day to day, because my strength changes from day to day. Sometimes I just feel really strong. Sometimes I feel like Sometimes I don't know. And so to give myself a fixed number like 12 or 15 is me already cheating myself. So I watched Dorian. He's not counting, man. There's a video where he's going crazy with some curls, and he's only screaming. That's the only thing that's happening, but he's flying his biceps out. Obviously he did. So that's directly from this principle of what's left, like what's going on. You're working out. Why subject yourself to a number? And so I don't. And so thank you, Dorian Yates. And so this means to crank things out. What can I crank out? Like, now that I've already done this exercise, since I did it once, I'm feeling really good about it. But by this next round, I'm going to see, well, maybe my chest gives out first. So if my chest gives out first, then I'll hold back on doing chest, and I'll do all the other exercises. And I can already feel, because of my experience, that because I'm not concentrating so much on legs, I'm going to have a lot of leg and core work, because those are my strength areas. And so you see, so now, since this is a full body workout, this is a full super burpee intense workout, as I get in the workout tells me the story. It's not a blueprint. It's not me, okay, well, I did 15 and three sets of 15 or 4 sets or whatever. It's not this written protocol, because if today I particularly feel really strong, then I'm going to put in that type of an effort, and not the effort of something that's calculated. And so thank you, Dorian Yates. This is all you. This is me being a student like I should be, and listening to someone like him, and then extracting such an incredible formula, which is a great formula to follow, because from what I'm seeing, those who are not gaining muscle is because they're not freaking really putting in enough to freaking fry out the muscle enough to stimulate it enough to get it to grow. And so that's so obvious, and I see it, because I I'm around, and I've been around gyms, and I've seen it. And these are the things that these bodybuilders, they talk about that. They go, well, if you're gonna work out like that, then don't expect much muscle. And so, anyway, so now, the what's left principle is a principle that I can't dictate, I can't predict. The what's left of me, it comes from what's left of me, and I don't know. And so I'm going to find out. And so I'm going to get into round 2 of the power burpee, where I freaking really go in and I added some new stuff. This here, new thing here, this thing here is twist. I got that from Lily Sabry. So thank you, Lily Sabry. I'm shouting out these things, but at the same time, I'm trying to focus, and so I'm going to get into round number 2. So let's get to it. All right, baby, I'm ready for it, bro. Round number 2, starting off with renegade rows. So let's get it, baby. Renegade rows, yes. Shoulder press. Reverse core burpee. Shoulder press. Coach Blue squats. Standing rollout. Repeat. Shoulder press. Renegade rows. Shoulder press, reverse core burpee. Yes, turn it in here. Coach Blue squat, standing roll out. Oh, wait. Look at me. Real, bro. Okay, so this is quite intense, bro. So the weight is heavy. I'm adding extra stuff that's causing me to burn out my muscle a lot faster. Dorian Yates, right? His principle of what's left, like what's left, it's expansive. And so what that brought to the table for me was, don't subject yourself to those stupid, universal leg day, Monday's chest day, and you got the pull day in the back, you have the splits, you do the double split, then the back split, and all those stupid things. The reason why I call it stupid is because it's calculated. So yeah, do a split, but let it be because your body is asking for it. Like, universal leg day or the chest day, the dedicated chest day, I think is Monday, is screwing things up because let's say my chest is fried or I'm not just feeling strong in that area. Now I'm going to the gym to go through a workout feeling like that. When I may want to dance or run or skip or run, or I may want to jump, or I may want to do some cardio. And so right there I'm denying my body's input, which is the most important thing, because this body here, it does have a voice. If you notice, there's sometimes you feel really strong. There's sometimes where you're like, wow, I just feel really smart sometimes. Like, the words are coming out naturally. And then sometimes like, oh my God, where's my mind? It's like, it's kind of lost. And I'm not really with it. I'm not really following what the hell is going on. And so those are the days we have. And so now, instead of like, follow the body. Like yesterday I ran. I already posted it. Me running. I just felt like freaking running. So I ran. So I allowed my body's wishes, its demands, its commands to send me the messages of what it felt like doing. And then I went ahead and I said, okay, body, you want to run today? Come on. And so sometimes my core or something, or legs, I feel particularly strong with my legs, and I go, come on, let's do squats. Let's do all this type of squat, that type of squat, and I may dedicate the workout only to squats. But this here, this burpee is is genius because it covers all the bases. And so if I start with the shoulder presses and I'm like, oh nah bro, then I'll just cut those out. Now I got push-ups and this and that and the core and then this and that and the legs and the Coach Blue squat. So if I particularly don't feel strong in any area, I just take those out and then I start to say, okay, where am I like, yeah, this is what I want to work out. And so this workout here, this burpee, making it multifaceted and vast with wings to spread. So this workout is going to climb up the ladder forever. And this is a full body workout that can concentrate on certain areas. Like when it's time for me to burn out my biceps, let's say I really want to kill my biceps, then at a certain point of the burpee, I'll just stay there and I'll just think you're cranky. I may do that today. And then what happens is now I'm getting a full, really dedicated workout with my body's cooperation, and my body's in there in heaven. My body's in heaven, so this feels like a massage. It's not really a workout. And so thanks again, Dorian Yates, because what's left principle is a principle where you think, all right, well, my chest is shot. Okay, so hey, crank out the legs. Oh, your legs are shot now too? Okay. Crank out the core. Oh, your core is now shot. Okay. Crank out the calves. Stay there and do calves. Like move, like get your body to go ahead and say, okay, this is what I got left in me. And what I have left in me is what I have left in me. So I'm going to go ahead and do whatever's left in me. And so this is round number 3. Let's get to it. All right, I'm ready for round number 3, baby. Renegade rows. Yeah. Yes. 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 Shoulder press. Reverse core burpee. Yeah. Up to the left. Yeah. Up to the right. Yeah. Get up. Coach Blue squat. Yeah. Standing rollout. Legs only. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Biceps. Legs. Biceps. Legs. Biceps. Let me try it. That's it. I felt it. Yo, Dorian Yates, my boy. So this principle, right, this Dorian Yates, what's left in you, it puts me as a leader of the show, like I should be. What am I going to do having a trainer do, go ahead, do another 2? The trainer doesn't have to tell me that. Because if I could do another 2, I'll do it. So I don't necessarily need to be pushed by anything because I went ahead and stopped right at that point. And it's a workout. Because if you see, there's sweat, bro. And you can see, like, you know, if you see me moving, you see that the renegade rows, you can obviously see that there's a workout being done. Now, I'm not a bodybuilder, so I don't have to press it in attempts to try specifically to build a muscle. I am a 61-year-old working out to work out. And so I don't have an objective to gain muscle. I already made a video about how I particularly do not want muscles first. I like to see them after the month's workout, like after all these burpees. I'll step back, I'll take a look, I'll see how everything looks. I'll go ahead and take a look what's going on. Yep, okay, all right. But that's after. I don't have an objective, I don't have a vision to get muscle, but I'm working out. And then I take a look at how this body corresponded to the workout, and I share it. My homework is to watch this video. Yo, Carlito, bro, I miss you too, bro. So when I correspond to the workout, I go, okay, my chest is shot, and I put it in the comments because that's my homework. My homework is to report everything that happens. So if anything hurts, it's in the comments. That is like a diary. So I am keeping a journal of what's going on with my life. And then as I keep this journal, I'm able to feel things out, and there's a magic between what journaling provides, and it provides a great benefit to just keep track. Now, Dorian Yates, right? If you take a look at how much I like Dorian Yates documented everything on paper, which is pretty much what I'm doing, but I'm documenting on video. Because back then, during Dorian Yates' days, I don't know if there wasn't YouTube or there wasn't anything where he could say, okay, well, film every workout. And so he never got to do this. But something tells me that if Dorian Yates had access to this back in those days, he would be filming every single workout from beginning to end, and then looking to take a look. Well, I could have did better there. Let's go heavier next time. You know, I stopped here and I could have kept going. Why didn't I get up and do legs afterwards? Or there's a certain thing, there's a certain click that snaps, that wakes me up. Like this exercise here that I'm twisting, that came to me. I'm like, yo, bro, you're going all the way back. You've done that 100 times. Now, why don't you take that Lily Savy thing and just bring it up and go to the left? And so now you amplified that bit. And so now that bit is freaking ironed out. And so that's the idea. And so when I watch this very video tomorrow, there's going to be other exercises that come to play, because the standing rollouts is something that I said, you know what? Standing rollouts was for me to fill in the blanks. Because I'm like, okay, I'm doing renegade rows, and so that's for back. And so, but I don't have anything that gets that whole core area and the lats. So let me do standing walkouts. So I call them rollouts, but they're walkouts. Who cares about the name? Standing walkouts, right? And so I do the standing walkout, and so that I could cover all the bases. And so there's every muscle, as far as I'm concerned, is being worked here. So now I'm gonna go and do. Is this set 4, bro? I'm gonna do round 4, and I'm gonna shout out each thing that I'm doing so I can make sure that I am in tune, because I missed the left and right for one of the portions. That's very important that I keep really in tune with making this burpee a part of me. And then when it's a part of me, I can expand on it like a dance. And so let's get to it. All right, here we go. Ready for set number 4. Starting with renegade rows. Come on now. Yes, renegade. Yes, rows. Yes. Shoulder press. Reverse core burpee. To the left. To the right. Coach Blue squat. Standing rollout. Shoulder press. Renegade rows. Squats. biceps. Squats. Yo. By the way, the screaming, if you hear me, it's not that loud. The microphone is picking it up 10 times louder. And so within the noise that's out there, that's noisy, and the noise I'm making, I'm not disturbing anyone, although I was like disturbed by many of my freaking screaming videos because it felt like I was screaming, but here I'm just making average, which is not really that loud. So anyway, the last 2 burpees, I freaking cranked out the legs because I could, you see. I dealt with what was left in me. I said legs. And I just crank legs until, you know that portion when you're like this? Then I got down with biceps. And I said, I'm going to crank biceps. Then I went back to legs. And then for this round that I just did, I particularly stood in with the renegade rows and gave it more crank because I have more left in me. So this here is right now where the Dorian Yates principle applies, where I'm fried, right, in a sense. My chest is freaking like, right now is so pumped. My chest is pumped. Now my core is hell of strong, so I don't know what to do about that. I may have to turn to a dedicated core exercise, particularly outside of the burpee, because I can't really think of anything unless I already got an idea. I already got an idea to see how this works out. So I'm going to do it now. I'm going to do an exercise that just came to mind to fill in, to like get in really inside the burpee and really get a lot of the muscles working at its peak, at its maximum. And so here, thanks to Dorian Yates, that the what's left principle puts me in a position to run the show and customize my workouts. You ought to customize your workouts because you ought to know, what you want, kind of, or if you specifically want something, then okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and, this brings me to a very important portion here. The body is almost like an image trick. Very, very, very tricky how the lights, the color of shirt that I'm wearing. Like if I wore a white shirt right now, you'll see a lot more fat and flab. But since I'm wearing black, so colors, there's so many factors that come into the visuals. And so I work out with that in mind. So in other words, let's say I have a stubborn fat in my stomach. Instead of me trying to diet down, then I'd rather work on wider shoulders. You see? Because the wider shoulder is gonna already, like the stomach can stay the same. So if the stomach is like this and this is what I got, then I'm gonna look as though I got a wide stomach. But if I go ahead with the exact same stomach and make wide shoulders, look what happens. And then all of a sudden, that very flabby stomach that I didn't want is visually compensated through creating wider shoulders. And same thing with legs. If I make my thighs fatter, then the waist is gonna look smaller. And so that is the trick within the tricks within bodybuilding, because the bodybuilders, they have to work with what they have. They can't really try to get what they can't get. They could do all they can, But wherever they suffer, they have to make up for it somewhere else. Like, wait, his legs were he, but look at his back. So it's like, okay, well, my legs, well, my back. It's the same thing as like, say, I'm working with what I got, okay? And so that's very important for me to discuss, because I don't know if a lot of people know that. You wear a certain color, you're gonna look a certain way, man. You get dressed up like this, you may look buffed, bro. You take a photo shoot, like right now, there's sweat, you see? There's sweat right now, and so it creates the shine and everything to enhance the muscle. But if the sweat is off, it's gonna look different, bro. And so if I pose in the sun, I'm gonna look buffed. If it's cloudy, the lighting says so much, and that's so important. And so what I'm going to do right now, thank you so much, Dorian Yates, man. This is a principle that I've been carrying. I've been carrying this principle for years. You said this so long ago, and it made so much sense. And it's practical, and it's also a really good way to cut your workouts in half. Because those that are going 12, okay, ready? Okay, now 12. Okay, ready? 12. Finish. And you're gonna work out for an hour that way. But Dorian Yates style, with what's left in you, you ain't going past 20 minutes. You ain't, bro. And I'm talking here as my rest periods. But imagine if I try to do this, I tweaked in a lot faster with shorter rest. I would have been done already, bro. You just can't do anymore. It's impossible to go ahead and try to do more when your body just can't. And so that's a real big takeaway of using the what's left principle, because you can cut your workouts in half. You could probably turn an hour into even 20 minutes. If you do it correctly. I have a workout that's 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Good luck if you ever tried it. I already posted it many of times, man, but it's just 2 minutes and 20 seconds, 48 push-ups, 16 shoulder presses, 16 renegade rows. It's freaking just a full-on in 2 minutes and 20 seconds, and after that, done, bro. Can't finish it, man. And so I'm going to go ahead and do a face round number 5. I'm feeling good. I'm going to go ahead and now really find out what's left in me for this one. And so, let's get to it. All right, round number 5, baby. Renegade rows first. Come on, yeah. Yeah. Come on, yeah. Yes. Come on, yeah. Yes. Shoulder presses. Yeah. Reverse core burpee. Yeah. Yeah. To the left. Yeah. To the right. Coach Blue squat. Standing rollout. Shoulder press. Renegade row. Squats. Biceps. Squats. See what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. That's that. I don't count. There's my that's my counter. That's my counter, and that's Dorian Yates. That's Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's so many different bodybuilders. They worked out to that point. Now that's my message to not continue. I won't continue after that one, bro. And so that's an indicator that I gave it my all. And look at what I've done. So many different varieties of exercises. And I really milked it. 5 rounds. Push-ups. The deltoids I killed doing this. The core. The chest. The legs. The biceps. Everything. Everything. And so this video comes to a close. Dorian, if you ever come across this video, you're gonna go, wow, this guy is a real student. I'm just a student. I'm not teaching. I don't want to pass anything on, except for that I'm relaying what I got from you, Dorian, and I'm voicing it. Because if anyone goes ahead and says, well, I'm gonna take a walk, but this time I'm not gonna count steps, I'm just gonna walk, you find that you'll be able to walk a lot more without calculating, without saying that you want to do from here to there. Unless you're that type, you know. I guess there's that type of person that likes to be calculated, that likes to know how long they did. But I count afterwards. This is the beauty of me recording my workouts, because I get to work out, and if I want now, tomorrow I'll go ahead and count every push-up I did. I'll count every single shoulder press I did. I'll count every reverse core burpee that I did. I'll count all the squats that I did. I'll count all the biceps, and then at the end I'll go, wow, I did this much of this and this much of that. So counting afterwards, it provides me with a nice number that's always impressive. And it gives me this feeling of, wow, you did a lot. Like one time I did a whole bunch of push-ups. I counted over 400 something push-ups. I wasn't counting. I was just freaking following one of the fitness influencers that I follow, and I ended up doing so much. And so I was freaking really impressed at my own output without even knowing it, because I put the counting aside. I put the calculations aside, the methods aside, the practice aside, the blueprint aside, the spreadsheet aside. I put all that aside. And so anyway, this video comes to a close. I did really good. I covered all the exercises that I wanted to for this power burpee, or this super burpee. The power burpee, super burpee. And so this workout comes to a close. I'm sweating. My chest is shot. My deltoids are freaking stimulated. The core, the legs, the biceps. And on to the next one. I am done.